Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. White Sox at the Yankees, first of a two. August 26, 1969 replay. Thank you. I'm going to make a little coffee, and then we will get this going here, okay? I know it's a sudden situation. Just gonna get some coffee, we'll play ball. We are in Yankee Stadium, and we have the Chicago White Sox at the New York Yankees. Both teams struggling this season. For the White Sox, leading off, Williams in left, Aparicio at short, Pavlitic at first, Melton at third, Bradford in right, Herman behind the plate, Berry in center, Morales at second, and Tommy John, the pitcher, comes in with 10 wins. For the Yankees, Horace Clark at second, Michael at short, White in left. Fernandez behind the plate, Mercer in right, Woods in center field, Cox at third, Bomer at first, and the pitcher Fritz Peterson, a left-hander, both left-handers, and he comes in with 9 wins, and Peterson and the Yankees take the field. Great to have you here today. Leading it off for the Chi Sox, it's Walt Williams. And Peterson is ready. Here's the pitch. That's 5-5, and he struck him out. 1 away. Now Louis Aparicio. Okay, Aparicio, right-handed hitter. And the pitch from Fritz. 5-4, right-handed. Grounds it to third X. That's going to be for Cox. He's a 337. That's a G1. $37. Oh, Christ. 8-10. It's going to be a G1 out on a grounder to third. And that's what it is. 2 outs. And here's Pavlitic. Fritz wines and deals. 6-5. And he grounds it to first for Bomer. And Bomer takes it to the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Peterson. After a half, Chicago nothing, Yanks coming to bat. Here's Tommy John. He's 110 this season. He won 9 in real world. Peterson won 17. He only has 9. Part of the reason why the Yanks are underperforming. Here's Horace now. Horace Clark, switch hitter. He's batting right here. And the pitch from John. That's 6-7. Switch hitter batting right. It's going to be a grounder. Oh, my eyes. Oh. That's a grounder to second. Scooped by Morales, 322. (9-3). It's a G3. Let's see if he can get this. Morales at 22 at second. That's 3-6-11. And it'll be a clean G3. And he throws him out for the first out for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. Here's Gene Michael. Switch hitter batting right. Okay, here's John. The wind-up and the pitch to Michael. All lefties here today. 2-7, and he pops it up to second for Morales, 2-away. And here's Roy White. Switch hitter batting right. That's 4-8, and he walked him. So White is on. White a B, 1-10, 1-11. Here's Frank Fernandez, 2 outs, White on first. John from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. That's 1-5 left-handed, and it's a grounder to second, and it's picked up by Morales. He throws to first. He makes all 3 plays out there in the field. No runs, no hits, the walk to White. Left on after 1, it's scoreless. Bill Melton leads it off for the White Sox. Here, top of the second. Fritz winds and deals. That's a 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball to left X. Getting onto that White. 2-4. That's an F3. He's a 4 out and left. That's 11-14. And he's going to make the catch. Let's just make sure. On an F3. Yes, White makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Buddy Bradford. The pitch from Peterson. That's 4-7, right-handed. And that is a fly ball to center field. And under it is Woods for the out, 2 away. And now Ed Herman is the batter. All right, Peterson. Here's the pitch to Herman. That's 1-6 left-handed, and he grounds it back to Fritz Peterson. He fields it and throws it to Bomer at first. It's a 1-2-3 again. He's retired the first 6 White Sox in this game. Here's Tommy John now. It'll be Mercer to lead it off. Mercer, left-handed hitter. This will be lefty-lefty. My Lord. That's 5-8. He struck him out. That's Tommy's first strikeout today. Now here's Ron Woods. And the pitch from John. 4-8 right-handed. And he walked him. Second walk given up by John today. Woods on first, 1 out. Bobby Cox now. That's 2-8. And he struck him out. That's the second strikeout for John. And Len Bomer with 2 outs. And Ron Woods at first. Here's John. That's 4-11. Left-handed. And it's a base hit to right field for Bomer. Woods rounding second. 1-15, 2 outs, 1-17. 1-15, they'll let him go. And Fritz Peterson comes up. They hold Bomer at first with the base hit. That's the first hit of the game for any team. Here's Peterson. 2 outs, first and third. The pitch from John. That's 310. And he grounds it to third for Melton, who throws to first, and the side is retired. The Yankees leave 2, score none, a single, a walk, and after 2, it's still scoreless. Here's Fritz now. He's retired the first 6 White Sox. Ken Berry to lead it off. Berry, a right-handed hitter. The wind-up and the pitch by Peterson. That's 5-4, right-handed, grounds it to third X. That'll be for Cox, 337. That's a G1. Cox 37 at third. That's 468, 37. And that will be a clean G1. That's going to be a ground out. For the first out of the inning. Here's Rich Morales. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third was scoreless here at Yankee. Oh. Whew. Oh. Okay, here's Peterson, the wind-up and the pitch to Morales. Got 6-12, right-handed, and that's going to be a line out too short caught by Michael. 2 outs. And here's Tommy John, the pitcher. Peterson very tough today. The wind-up and the pitch to Tommy John. That's 1-4, and he struck him out. And the side is retired, and Peterson has retired the first 9 White Sox in this game. It's scoreless. Here's Tommy John. Top of the order for the Yankees, Horace Clarke grounded to second in the first. Here's John. 5-9, switch hitter batting right, struck him out. Third strikeout for Tommy. Now here's Gene Michael. .29, left-handed, struck him out. Number 4 for John. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Roy White, switch hitter batting right. White batting right. Against John, the left-hander. And Rhodes Scholar has arrived. Great to see you, Rhodes. It's getting lonely here. Here's the pitch to White. It's 2-8 left-handed, and he walked him. That's the third walk. John has walked a batter each inning. White on first with 2 down. Here's Frank Fernandez. Peterson, by the way, perfect through the first 3. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. That's 5-8 right-handed. He grounds it to short for Aparicio, and he throws it on over to Pavlitic, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk to White left on. It's scoreless after 3. We're heading to the top of the 4th. Here's Fritz Peterson. Perfect through 3. So obviously he'll face the top of the order in the 4th. Walt Williams leading it off. Yeah. Here's Peterson. And the pitch. That's 6-4 right-handed. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. That's going to be for Woods. He's a 2-5. I don't see why he shouldn't get this. That's a 15-2. It's an F2. Out in center. He's an E5. That's 8-10. And he makes the catch. Let's just, of course, we double check. F2. A clean F2. He is out. So that's 10 in a row by Fritz Peterson. Here's Louis Aparicio. Peterson looks in, he gets the sign from Fernandez. He winds, and here's the pitch to Aparicio. That's 2-9 left-handed, fly ball left field, and it's Roy White to make the catch. 2 outs. That's 11 in a row for Don Pavlitic. Peterson hitting all the spots. And the pitch. 3-7 left-handed, walked him. There's the first base runner for the White Sox. It'll be Pavlitic on first, 2 down. Here's Melton. It's almost medication time for me. Melton flew to left in the second. Here's Peterson. 1-6. And that is a base hit. So there goes the no-hitter. Pavlitic to second and holds. First and second, 2 down. Here's Buddy Bradford now. And the pitch to Bradford. That's 1-4 left-handed. Fly ball center field for Woods, who makes the catch, and the side is out. So we're in the middle of the 4th. It's a scoreless game. It was no runs, a single, a walk, and both left on for Peterson, who allowed his first base runners in the game. Here's Tommy John now. He's walked a batter each inning, but he seems to be doing fine. Here's Bobby Mercer now, left-handed hitter, lefty-lefty, to start it off bottom of the 4th. That's 1-4, left-handed, fly ball to left. And under that is Williams, 1 out. Now here's Ron Woods. And here's the pitch to Woods. And that's a 1-9 left-handed. Grounds it back to John. And it's 2 outs. Is that right? That must have been one of his last seasons. John. Is he on the Dodgers by then? It's 2 outs now. Here's Cox. That's 6-8, right-handed, and he grounds it to shortstop. Picked up by Aparicio, over to Pavlitic, and it's a 1-2-3 for John. I wonder what... That's a long career. We're heading to the top of the 5th. We'll do the top of the 5th, then we'll take medication time. Ed Herman leads it off. Scoreless here through 4. Both pitchers in very good control of this ball game thus far. Oh. Peterson gets the sign. He's set. Pitch to Herman, 1-7, and he grounds it to second base for Clark, who throws over to Bomer, 1 out. Peterson is out with a groin injury, by the way. A Yankee. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember he was on the Yankees. Yeah. What team wasn't he on? Okay, here's Ken Berry. 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch 3-9, left-handed. And it's chopped to short for Michael. The stick throws him out, 2 away. Wow. 89 was his last year. Amazing. Maybe this was his rookie year. In any case, that would be a 21-year career. Unless if he didn't play in 89, maybe a 20-year career. Here's the pitch to Morales now. That's 2-5, left-handed. It's a base hit. A 2-out single, second hit off Peterson. And Tommy John is the batter. 26 freaking years, holy cow. Oh, God. That's incredible. Here's Peterson, the pitch to John. My God. 6'5", right-handed, grounds it to first, and Bomer takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. So, no runs, 1 hit. We've got a pitcher's duel for sure. Scoreless, middle of the 5th, and it's medication time. Oh, yeah. That's my kind of game. 62 innings, okay, in 89. All right. I had no idea it was 26 years. That's amazing. Didn't he miss a year, though? Didn't he miss like a full year due to surgery? I could be wrong about that. Ouch. Oh, God. Let's get a little bit of something going here. Yeah, so he missed all of a year, okay. But still. $75. Folks, a little break in the action here as I get ready to take my medication. I'm looking forward to, oh my God, that is amazing. I'm looking forward to my, to the Dolphins tonight. That's on TV, Sunday Night Football. I never thought I'd be rooting for New England, but I was this afternoon. And they pulled a win today, an amazing win. This is real world. Winning it with, I don't know, 15 seconds left. Down by, I think it was down by 4, down by 5. I'm not sure, I don't remember. And they got a touchdown. Never thought I would, but I guess there's a time and place for everything. It was an upset win by New England over Buffalo. Oh. Oh God. Oh Lord. Whew. Oh Lord, help me. Oh yeah. Houston, Texas. You're right. That's some stiff competition there between the two. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Oh. Please excuse me. Oh. Do they still call it the Astrodome? It's the new stadium, the newer. I don't think it's called that. Houston leads. I hope Texas wins. Well, here's John now. I guess maybe you're just calling it that, for old time's sake. It's a scoreless game. John and Peterson going at it. Here's John now. Yeah, no problem. No score, bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Bomer. 3-6. And he pops it up to short for Aparicio. There's the first out. Here's Peterson now. He grounded to third in the second. I hope everybody's doing well there. We here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network wish you and yours the best on this Sunday. Wherever you may be, whenever you may be. I had this game scheduled for tomorrow, but I was sitting here and I was saying, you know what? Let me give this ball game a whirl because I have nothing else to do. And we're sure glad that you don't either. All right, here's John now. Got a nice little ball game. I'm sorry Kathy's missing this one. She would have loved this pitcher's duel. Here's the pitch to Peterson. That's 4-12, switch hitter, batting right, and he flies it to center for Berry, and that's 2 away. And now Horace Clark comes up. Minute Maid Park, right? Yeah, I know that's the way it is today, Roach Scholar. Isn't that something? They used to name a team stadium after the team or a memorial. Sometimes the owner, but yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's kind of gotten out of hand. Here's the pitch to Clark. That's 4-2, switch hitter, batting right, fly ball to center. And Berry is under it. He makes the catch, and it's another 1-2-3 for Tommy. And we've gone 5 full here at the original Yankees Stadium. And it's a scoreless ball game. Peterson, no runs, 2 hits through 5. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. And Walt Williams leads it off for the White Sox. Okay, Peterson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Williams. It's going to be 2-9. Left-handed, and he hits it to second for Clark. Throws to Bomer for the first out in the top of the 6th. So both pitchers really exhibiting great command of their respective ball games here. Boy, would I like to see Texas win, and I'll tell you, Rhodes Scholar, I was never a big fan of the Phillies, especially with Bryce Harper. But then I saw Harper go into at least heard about him going into a bad slump postseason, and then I watched the highlights, not the game, but I watched, in fact, this morning. And he hit a home run. I'm not sure what the series is in games, but I'd like to see Philly and Texas. I'd like to see Texas win it all. They've never won, have they? And you know, Texas is the original, I should say, the original expansion Senators, and I'm sure you know that. It's 1 out, nobody on. Aparicio at the plate. The pitch from Peterson. 6-7 right-handed. He flies it to center. And that's for Woods. It's 2 away. You want to see the Rangers win it? Yeah. I wonder if they ever have, if you know off the top of your head. Don't look it up unless you want to. That's going to bring Pavlicich up. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Peterson on the mound. Philly leads 3-2. Okay. Tomorrow evening, that should be interesting. Very interesting. I like humility. You know, I like a good guy, you know, and I didn't find that with all these years with Mr. Harper, but I think that I think he has toned down, if I'm not mistaken, he's toned down his childishness. Pavlicich is going back to the dugout. He's getting a different bat. Okay, he's ready, steps in. And here's Peterson, the windup and the pitch. That's going to be 1-9 left-handed, and he struck him out. And that will retire the side. Peterson getting the White Sox in order again in the 6th. It's just a pleasure. It's like butter, this game. Smooth as butter. And just a pleasure to play and a pleasure to be here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Here's John now. He'll face the heart of this Yankees lineup. It's going to be Gene Michael the Stick, or Stick, to lead it off, switch hitter batting right. Oh. All right, Michael is ready. He steps in, he's facing John. Switch hitter Michael batting right against the southpaw, the windup, and here's the pitch to Michael. That's going to be 6-7, right-handed, and he grounds it to second X. Whoops. And that's going to be scooped by Morales at 322. Seven, 3. That's a G3 pound with no one on. He's at 22. That's a 5, 10, 11, 22 at second. And he throws him out on a G3. Now I'm starting to be able to say it before I look, but I'm still looking. Texas has won 2 pennants, no World Series. Wow, I did not know that. Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah. They had 2 teams that were good enough to win pennants. Wow. I really want Texas. And to me, you know, Texas, Texas never, I was never interested in that team. Here's Roy White now. You know, just never interested in that club. I'd like to see them beat the Phillies. Would like to see just an amazing. They are a wild card, the Phils, I believe, and so is Arizona. I heard that today, which is always peculiar in baseball. Here's White now. The pitch from John. 5'6". He's going to be a right-hander. And there's going to be a drive hit out into left field. And White is on. White walked twice. Now he singles off of John with one out. And here comes Frank Fernandez. Look, Fernandez against left-handers has some power. Here's John now, and the pitch. 5-5, right-handed. Oh my, that's hit well. It's hit deep by Fernandez, and it's gone for a 2-run home run. Frank Fernandez, I said he had power. I didn't mean for him to hit a home run, but it's a 2-run home run. And that's going to put the Yankees ahead by a score of 2-0. Frank had 12 in only 229 at-bats. And for Fernandez, that's number 11 on the season. So let's look at that again, please. 5-5, right-handed, and home run 1-4. He's got the power, and it was a 4. So Tommy gets some shit, is what he gets. And here's Mercer now. Tommy threw a tomato, and Fernandez seized on it. Okay, here's Mercer, lefty-lefty. The windup and the pitch from Tommy. That's 1-9, left-handed. He struck him out. Number 5 for John. 2 down now, nobody on, and Ron Woods. Yanks lead 2-0 now. And the pitch from John. And that is a 4-8, right-handed. He walked him. So Woods is on. He's a D. I don't hold C's or worse, so I don't even mention it, folks. And that's just the way it goes. I'm not a big fan of the Strat-O-Matic stealing scheme. I'd rather see them revise that. Make it, I don't mind if it's more complex. It's 2 outs, and it's Woods on first. Here's the pitch to Cox. And that's going to be 6-6 right-handed. And there is another hit, another base hit. Rounding second, Woods. He goes to third. There's action in the White Sox bullpen now. Wood. What the hell is that one? Wood is warming. There's someone else. I can't even read that. I'm going to try. Oh, yeah, Bell. Okay, Gary Bell. He's bad. And Murphy's good. And they didn't play yesterday. It was a travel day, but we'll consider that rest. He is the right-hander who's also warming, so they have the luxury. Super advanced stealing, yeah. You know, maybe I ought to look into that. Do you use it? They're both warming, and the manager has come out to talk to Tommy, I think just to settle him down. Yes, he's going back in to the dugout, and it's going to be Len Bomer, first and third, with 2 down. And Bomer is a 176 hitter, but they didn't know that then. Yeah, that's maybe worth looking into. I think sometimes the steals are just too hard to get. I could be wrong about that. Okay, here's John now. First and third, 2 outs. 2 runs in on Fernandez 2-run home run this inning. It's 2-0. That's 6'11", right-handed, and he flies it to left field. For Williams, Walt Williams makes the catch and the side is retired. So that's the inning. John allows 2 runs, though, on the 2-run home run. And after 6, it's 2-0 Yankees. Top of the 7th, Peterson will face Melton here. There, you know, super advanced, I'm trying to remember what it has, is the T ratings on the catcher, which I don't think that goes into steals. Let me take a look at the chart here. Descriptions. Injury, no. I'd have to go look. Okay, it took some getting used to. You like it? Well, that's enough for me. I'm trying to see. I don't think there is a chart. Let me see something here. I'll just read it over when I get a chance. I'd have to go read about it. I think there's certain things you can do with the middle infielders. In fact, I'm not going to look now. I'd like to. I'd like to just sit and read it real quickly. Here's Peterson, top of the 7th for the White Sox. Bill Melton leading it off. He got the first of only 2 hits allowed by Peterson. 2 singles, 3-7. And that's going to be a base hit for Melton, his second of the ball game. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rhodes Scholar. Thank you very much. I'd have to go, you know, now you're piquing my interest even more. I'm going to just get it out of my system here. And take a gander at it. Here it is. It's really a supplementary system. By the way, folks, Melton is on first to lead it off. Okay. First of all, I think I do the advanced. I follow the basic rules. I use the ooh, Lord. Okay, T ratings. I'm going to check out T ratings. That's one part of it. I knew that. That's advanced. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. When he's being held, you deduct one as if he tries to stretch on a hit. That's another disincentive from running, but it's only one. And you add one if he's not being held, which is kind of balances it out. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Now here's the advanced. And I'm not doing the T ratings, which is advanced. I'm gonna get on the T ratings right away. I'm not gonna write them in here though, because that's no space. For the ultimate in strategy and realism. Oh, wow. That is really wild. Yeah, I see. Ignore the letter. I'll have to read this. I'll have to read this whole thing. I like reading material. Oh, my Lord, it still goes on. Stealing third, stealing home, double, triple steals, 4 steals on the hit and run, which I never do, because I don't think it's very realistic. I'd like to see them have something with ratings for hit and run. I wonder if they do. Holding runners on base, pickoffs and balks optional. That's my next and probably most major balks, wild pitches. So yeah, we got something. Yeah, I love that. You know, you really gave me a good suggestion there. Unlike the take a walk, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, Lord. I'm gonna start with the T ratings, and then I'm gonna work myself up. I'm gonna get my advanced game up to snuff, and then I'll work myself up. Love it. I don't mind if it slows the game. I enjoy the play. So like I said, folks, Melton on first with nobody out, and it's going to be Bradford now. Peterson's first endurance is this inning. Tommy's is in the 8th. Bradford 0 for 2 from the stretch. That's 5-5, right-handed, struck him out. And that's the 4th for Fritz. And it's Ed Herman. Herman 0 for 2. And that's 112 left-handed, and it's hit back to Fritz. He throws to Horace to force Melton at second. And Herman is the runner on first base with 2 away. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Disregarding those letters. Absolutely, like Herman. Well, here we go. Berry. Look at this, 2 to 6. I have no idea. I don't want to know what these mean, but Herman on first, 2 down. Here's Ken Berry. Oh, Lord. Oh. Okay, Peterson from the stretch on the rubber. He looks in. He gets the sign from Fernandez. Here's the pitch to Berry. That's 5-6, right-handed. And he hits it to short, and Michael scoops it up and tosses it very nicely over to Len Bomer, and the side is retired. It's going to be no hits, no runs, one hit, and one left on after a force. This is the 7th inning stretch, people. And this is a time for you to powder your nose or do whatever you need to do. It's none of my business, especially you ladies out there. And I'm going to take a break of about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we'll come back and play this ball game. In real world, the real world NFL, the New England Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills in an upset. That puts a chance here for the Dolphins, who play on Sunday Night Football. I'm not sure in your area, I would think, to take a 2-game lead. They're on their way. But like any team, you want low injuries, and you also want just a little bit of luck. Just a little bit. We will be back in just a few minutes. This gives sort of I don't know if you like this, Road Scholar, or maybe you just don't care. This is the 8mm filter. It does make it look a little bit like it happened. It's like, because it's old, relatively, 69. I guess maybe that can be a little hard to watch after a while. This, I think, is very cool, but I don't want to subject anybody. I like Dream is my favorite. I also like Glamour, but that's a little bright for me. Dawn is nice. Glow, Crush, Pop, Blush, Beam, none. I like Pop. I like Pop better than regular, at least. Folks, this game has been as smooth as butter. We're moving on to the bottom of the 7th. It will be John on the mound. He's allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, a 2-run home run by Frank Fernandez last inning. He's walked 3, struck out 5. He let up a base hit last inning, then the home run to Fernandez, and then with 2 outs, he walked a batter and then let up a base hit, and he got out of it. Bomer flied to Williams in left. You like that? This filter? Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's I just want to compare it again to the original. This is Pop. I don't know, it's very subtle, I'll tell you that. Yeah, actually it has a little more brilliance. Just a tad more brilliance. That's the way I see it. We're going to be restarting, folks, in about 2 minutes. I'm doing something right now that makes it hard for me to resume play. But in the meantime, it's been a lovely ball game. I think we got a good one for you all tomorrow. Let me check the schedule. I'm looking to do this one in the morn, at the crack of the morn, around 6:15, 6:30, depending. Maybe earlier, maybe 6. I mean, you know, it's a great way to interrupt the morning blues. Oh, this is a good game. Oh yeah, any game with Atlanta, any game with San Francisco, because they're tied and the Giants lead one in the loss column. It's going to be Atlanta at Pittsburgh coming in for a series here. Then there's a doubleheader, Mets at the Padres. Mets now on a West Coast trip. Let's play 3 with the Padres, and I'm sure LA, San Francisco. So it will be Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Starting for the Braves is Big Ron Reed, the tall Ron Reed, and it's going to be one of my favorites, Luke Walker, for the Pirates, and it's really been some kind of season for the Pirates, who, as we speak, so we're interested in the Braves losing. But I also would like to see the Pirates lose some ball games. So I would rather see the Braves win and hope the Giants continue to win. The Pirates have an 8-game lead, and it's the returning National League champions. They came in 3rd in real world. The Cubs came in 2nd in real world, but the Cubs are a game and a half behind. I think the Cubs are a possibility, and the Cardinals. In the West, Houston is 9.5 in 3rd, ahead of Cincinnati and the Dodgers. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what happens in this ball game. And coming out is Tommy John for his 7th inning. And it's going to be Fritz Peterson to lead it off. Fritz steps in. He's a switch hitter, batting right against Tommy. Okay, Tommy is ready. Here's the windup. The pitch to Fritz. 4-9. Right-handed. Base hit to left by Fritz. He waves off the jacket. Says he doesn't need it. Okay. Good for him. Gonna have to use my next pen. I've went long enough on that other one. And I have other pens that have run out of ink, but they have some ink. So if I wanted to, there's absolutely no reason that I couldn't go to some of these as backups. Sometimes I like to live frugally. I don't want to make it uncomfortable for me though. Some of these are really dry. Oh, here's one that has a lot left. Okay, we're gonna pull that out. I wonder why I haven't been using that. I thought sometimes, you know, it takes a while, a good while, for these things to get rolling. Yeah. This one sounds, there it goes. Gotta get it. And then sometimes it needs a light. There's a reason why with all that left, that's a malfunction. Now, sometimes if you take a lighter, this goddamn thing just does not work. I'm throwing this one out. I think that's a dud. Anyway, it's Peterson on first. And here's Horace Clarke. Clarke is a C bunter. Here's John now from the stretch. 5-10 to Clarke, a switch hitter batting right. It's hit back to third. And Melton throws to second base to get Peterson in a force. It's one out, and now Clarke is on. And here's Gene Michael. Horace, an A, 1-13, 1-14 with Herman. Okay, Michael at the plate. And the pitch from John. There goes Clarke. Oh, and he's out. Oh. All right, Horace thrown out, stealing. That's going to make it 2 outs. Nice throw by Herman. With Michael at the plate, it's now a full count. Got to do that super advanced, baby. We're going to do the T ratings tomorrow. Ooh. All right, Michael steps in with 2 outs, nobody on, and the pitch from John. That's 5-11. Switch hitter batting right, and he flies it to right field. X chance. I don't know why they call it X. You know that? 2-11. I've been playing this game so long. It's a 2-11 with 2 outs, no one on. In right. F2. 11. And that's 6, 7, 8. 11. And that's going to be a fly out to Bradford. I don't even need to look. I'm really confident. There comes a time when you know that play. So it's 2-0. We're heading to the top of the 8th. Here's Fritz now, trying to hold on to this Yankee lead. It's going to be Morales, and I see they're going to have a pinch hitter. John has not come out. I assume they're going to have a pinch hitter. John has not come out to the batter's box. Geez, I can't even think right yet. I'm kind of really washed out today, folks. Here is Rich Morales to lead it off. Oh. God Almighty. Okay, Morales steps in to lead it off. And the pitch from Peterson. That's 1-7, left-handed. Grounds it to second, 1 away. And there is a hitter here for John in the 8th. He pitched 7. Loser thus far. 4 hits. Just one of them was a real bad one. He walked 4. Struck out 5 and allowed 2 runs. And coming in next inning will be Wilbur Wood, the left-hander. He pitched in this game in real world, and the Giants won this one 3-2. Let's see who's hitting. Coming in to hit will be, and there's not much to pick from, it's Dwayne Josephson, the right-handed hitter, facing Fritz, who's in it to win it here. 2-0 Yankees. And Josephson steps in. Okay, here's Peterson. He looks in now. Second inning of endurance fresh, and the pitch. That's 2-4, left-handed. He walked him. So Josephson is on. He's a 1-12, nothing to sneeze at. Going to bring Bob Christian in just for the hell of it to have him run, because we've got plenty of people sitting on the bench, sitting on their asses. He's actually a right-hander. Christian will come in to run, and he's on first, stretching those legs, doing some interesting maneuvers, and it's going to be Walt Williams to face Peterson here. Where did Fritz go? Oh, here he is. Okay. It's Walt Williams. Williams is the tying run at the plate. Here's Peterson now. From the stretch. The pitch. Whoa, that almost fell off, but it didn't. Look at that. Lord have mercy. That's worth a Kodak moment to see how that one came so close. And we're gonna We'll bring it over. Remember, it's a 3. It's a good idea to say it out loud, because as picking it up, you may move it or something. Say it out loud. It's a 3. And even if you're alone, especially if you're alone, like no one's watching. Okay, well, let's read it here. Williams, 5'9". Right-handed, and he flies it to right field. Oh, big out. Mercer makes the catch. It's 2 outs. Christian holds at first, and Louis Aparicio with Pavlitic on deck. Pavlitic batting third. How about a triple, Louis? You hit some. He hit 5 home runs. That's what we really want if you're rooting for the White Sox. I can go either way. Okay, Aparicio at the plate. It's Christian running for Josephson, who was hitting for John on first base, 2 down, and the pitch to Aparicio. That's going to be 6-6 right-handed, and it's hit to third base. And up with it is Cox, and he throws to Bomer, and the side is retired. So it's no runs, no hits. The walk to Josephson with Christian left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 2-0 ball game. Well, Wilbur Wood is the new pitcher. Wood's had a off on, how do I put this? I'm sure there's a term for it. Hot and cold. I guess hot and cold. Feast or famine. I mean, he's pitched good sometimes. Nothing that maybe once or twice he really pitched great. But he has gotten hit pretty badly and even lost games in relief. And to lose a game in relief, oh, great to see you, Tony. Haven't seen you in a while. I was thinking about you yesterday. Hope all is well. Okay. Wilbur has taken his warm-ups. If any of you are looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be the heart of this Chi Sox order: Pavlich, Melton, and Bradford. There's nobody on the bench who can even come close to any of them, and they're not even that great. Here's Roy White to lead it off against Wood. Again, Wood in for John, who went 7, allowed 2 runs on the 2-run blast by Fernandez. That's been it for hitting. Any scoring. It's 2-0 Yankees. They're batting bottom of the 8th, the pitch to White. And that is a 5-6 switch hitter batting right, and it's a base hit for White. So White is on. A B, 1-10, 1-11. And here's Frank Fernandez again. Okay, Wood lets up a base hit. That's typical Wood these days. Wood from the stretch. 5-4, right-handed, catcher X. That's going to be Herman, 415. That's going to be a PP. Let's keep it clean. Herman, a 15 with a runner on. That's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be a clean PP because urine is sterile. With no runners on base. Pitch gets past the catcher. Note, when using balk, wild pitch, which I don't, which is kind of cool how they integrate that. If a pass ball does not occur, the batter pops out to the catcher. So it is a pop out. Different life stuff, isn't that true? Aren't we all? So it's 1 out, and here's Woods. Mercer, I'm sorry. White's still on first with 1 out now. Okay, Wilbur from the stretch. And that is 311 left-handed. And that is a base hit for Mercer. White goes to second and holds. And here's Ron Woods. It's 1 out, first and second. Woods walked twice and tapped out to the pitcher at the time, Tommy John. That's 3-9, left-handed. It's popped up, and it's shallow center. Coming in is Berry, and he makes the catch. Berry running on a 3-9, left-handed. Runner's hold, 2 outs. And here's Cox. Cox 1 for 3. That's a strike call to Cox. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about, you're talking about Real World, Tony? Yeah, I have the Chargers and the Chiefs muted on the big screen. I enjoyed the Patriots over the Bills this afternoon. I'm looking forward in my twilight tonight, watching the Dolphins, who can get a 2-game lead in the East now. All right, here's Cox with 2 outs, first and second. Wood trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch from Wood. That's 4-9, right-handed, grounds to short X. That's going to be for, I'm going to need to get another pen. There's a reason why you put this over. Shit. He's a 222 Aparicia. .222 on Aparicia. .14, that's a G1, 22. First and second. 22. That's going to be 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be out. First and second. He's out. So this would have been a double play maybe if there was 1 out. And the side retired. We're heading to the 9th. This is it. Fritz Peterson has gone all the way. The bullpen is quiet as can be. Peterson has had command of this game throughout. Never, he has allowed only 3 hits. This is a 3-hit shutout. He's walked 2 and struck out 4. And leading it off will be Donald Pavlitic. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. All right, Peterson now. He looks in, the wind-up, and the pitch to Pavlitic. That's going to be 5-9, right-handed, and it's a fly ball to right field for Mercer, who makes the catch. 1 down. And here's Bill Melton. Bradford comes out on deck. Had a very, very easygoing game here for me tonight. And I've really enjoyed it. I also want to say we here at the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network have enjoyed your presence. Melton is walking to the batter's box right now. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles left on each time. Well, he was forced in the 7th, who was left on. That must be real world. Real world, Tony. Wow. In real world NFL, it's KC with the lead. 11, let me see, I don't want to misquote you. 24-17 with 13:31 left in the 4th. Oodles of time. KC on its own 3. Mahomes hands off. And he gets in for, pumps it up for about 4 yards, 5 yards almost. He just muscled that through on the run. I'm gonna die someday. I'm gonna die someday. Here's Bill Melton. Oh. The pitch from Fritz. That's 1-7, left-handed. It's a base hit up the middle for Melton. Again, Fritz, fresh as a daisy in his 3rd endurance inning, trying to shut it out, win it. It's a 4-hit shutout now. Melton is on first, and here's Buddy Bradford. Big hand for Buddy. There's a Buddy Bradford fan club here. My God, that was almost blocked. No, it was not blocked, though, the punt. Okay, Bradford steps in. He is the tying run, Bradford. And he's got some power. Here's Peterson from the stretch. Whoa! It's a 6. It's a 6. Excuse me how dirty it is there. It's a frickin' 6. Oh, Christ. Let's read it. 3-8 left-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, that was big. 5th strikeout for Fritz, and it's all up to Ed Herman. Big Ed Herman. He's a left-handed hitter. Oh, Lord. But you know what? We're going to let him hit. 2 column. Get a 2-2, baby. Three snake eyes. Snake eyes, three of them. Peterson from the stretch. Herman, the tying run at the plate. 2-0 Yanks, 2 outs, top of the ninth, and the pitch. Oh, that's a 5-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. And the ball game is over. Fritz Peterson getting a good hand there from his teammates. Here's Ralph Houck coming out to shake his hand. It's a very satisfying win for the Yanks. The final score here from Yankee is the New York Yankees 2, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Peterson went all the frickin' way. He got his 10th win. He allowed 4 hits. He walked 2, struck out 6, and allowed 0 runs. It's a shutout for Fritz Peterson. Tough loss for Wood. Wood was unimpressive again, allowing 2 base hits. No runs, though, this time. Final line, Yankees, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And the White Sox, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Star of the game, Fritz Peterson. And we hope you enjoyed this ball game, brought to you by the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. White Sox will play again on August 27th in the second and final game of this 2-game series. Tomorrow we got a game, Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Is it Atlanta at Pittsburgh? Yeah. And that's going to be a lot of fun, folks, because the Atlanta Braves are tied. Let's show you on the big Jumbotron where we're at in our standings here. Of course, this will not include today's game, which I would prefer to do it systematically as I always do. I might as well make it big for you all, because you're such good. Enjoy your Sunday evening, my friend, Rhodes Scholar. As you can all see, the Pirates have an 8-game lead. Cards have won 4 in a row. They are in second place, 8 behind. Cubs were in second most of the season. And then recently, the Cards have stepped it up. Cubs have had lots of ails lately. Mets are having their best season ever. They've been struggling to get to 500. They haven't been able to. Now they're 3 below. Montreal ahead of the Phils. That's, of course, an embarrassment to the Phils. This first-year expansion team. Impressing. But I guess when you compare yourself to a lousy team like the Phillies, pretty easy to do better. But they are 3.5 ahead of the Phillies. 10, 54, 70, 110, 124, 50, 64, 38, 19. The Phillies are on their way to losing about 100 games, maybe a couple more. If they get hot, which I doubt, a few less. But that's how the East is shaping up, and it's shaping up as expected. Well, the Pirates are not expected. I'm sorry. I would expect the Cubs to win in Strat-O-Matic, and I've been disappointed lately, but they are 5 over 500. In the West, I am really excited about the Giants. And you want to know something? If the Giants were to make the playoffs, I get to use whatever lineup I want because there's no record. I would look at what they often did, and I'll tell you right now what I would probably have. Are you ready for my lineup? And of course, he hit I don't know what he hit, 281 or 290, something like that. That's good. He only had 13 homers, but he had less than 400 at bats. But he's a 2, I believe, out in the outfield and a good arm. He can still run, not steal. And I would have him lead off. I don't know if you're still there, Rhodes Scholar or Tony, but I'd have him lead off. And then I'd have Ron Hunt batting second. Then McCovey. And then Bonds. Okay? And who knows where I'd go from there. Maybe Dietz, the catcher. I'd have to take a look. If he doesn't have a good arm, I wouldn't. But anyway, I'm already thinking about what I would have for a lineup. If the Braves make it, we'll follow their exact lineup against righties and lefties. You know what I mean? They face the righty. I don't know who they face first in the playoffs against the Mets in real world, but whoever it was, righty, lefty, I would have. And I'd also have to look at the rotation within this replay. But as you can see, they're tied, and the Giants are ahead by 1 in the loss column. Always big. Braves have lost 3 in a row. The Astros having their best season ever, 5 over 500. And they're ahead. They're in third, ahead of Cincinnati. And LA is behind Cincinnati. Padres clearly even worse than the Phillies. In the AL, it's pretty clear. It's going to be the Baltimore Orioles. And they are on their way to winning over, a good number over probably, 100 games. 91 already. The Twins have 89 in the West. Both have huge leads. The returning world champion Tigers, clearly still a good team. 16 over 500. 19 behind though. And Boston is 4 behind Detroit. Senators are doing well. 1 game over 500, the best team that 61 expansion team ever had. Yankees are a huge disappointment. They need to win games. Okay? They need to win a lot of games. They are 13 under 500. I believe they were about 1 or 2 games over. 1 or 2 games over 500. Cleveland is, along with KC and Seattle, the worst team in the American League. In the West, like I said, Twins running away. Oakland, a good year. 3 games over 500, 13 games over 500, but again, 19 behind. Just like Detroit. Angels have been skidding lately. They're 6 games under. They were over 500. White Sox are a huge disappointment, like the Yankees, but worse. Okay, they're doing about 5 games worse than the Yankees. Huge disappointment, and I don't think they did this badly in real world. And the 2 expansion teams, I remember when both of them in the AL ended up in the same division. I thought that was peculiar. You could have put KC Yeah, that'll be a great series. Yeah, and Carew will be back. Rod Carew will be back, and there's no injuries. Except how, when I played St. Louis Yankees 64, I looked at who played, like Julian didn't play. He pinch hit once, so I let him pinch hit once. But Julian Javier, who had a good year and is better than whoever the hell they had out there, I forgot who it was. That Cardinal team was a good team. I remember Mantle won Most Valuable Player. He was just consistent, game in, game out, hitting. Also made some good plays out in right field. So KC and Seattle, I enjoy playing with Seattle. I also enjoy KC. I'm not a big fan of playing the White Sox, but if they're playing somebody else, it's no problem. Out of the cellar, well, you know what? They are, wow, they are two games behind. 3 in the loss column. So they got to win some games. It comes down to their pitching. Because any one of those people out in the field can get a hit every now and then, but again, the fielding is so piss poor. Okay, but KC also has some bad fielding. They were a little better than the Pilots in real world this year. So we're looking for the Yankees. I enjoy playing them. I don't mind Cleveland because I enjoy Jose Cardinal. I like a lot, and I like their lineup. I like Duke Sims. He's got power. Tony Horton has power. Ken Harrelson, Hawk, but he's been sort of 24-17 Royals in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left exactly, and it's going to be it looks like it's going to be Chargers ball. So this game is far from over. Chiefs are 5-1. The Chargers are 2-4. So that's what's happening in the. And as far as how I feel about playing, I enjoy love playing with the Pirates. The Cards bore me a bit. Their hitting is just not quite, Torrey hasn't really excited me. I love playing the Mets. And the Expos and Phils, they're all right. You got Dick Allen and you got Staub. And they're starting to put Staub in batting second, which I like. I like that position for him. Anyway, as far as our leaders go, folks, and we only do these 2 categories for individuals because I just don't have the time to do it. And the I guess the cost benefit ratio is not good enough. The time that it takes. Anyway, Stretch McCovey leads the NL with 41 home runs. He had 5 in real world. I think he could eat 45. I'm sure, I'm pretty confident he can hit at least 4 more. If he gets hot, maybe he can get 50. Okay. To me, 50 is a special benchmark or milestone in home runs. I remember when George Foster had it. Anyway, Pops has 34, Bonds 29. Aaron is not hitting too many this year. 27. He had 44, I believe. I'm not sure exactly. Tolan has hit a lot of home runs. 25. Uh, Marichal has been unbelievable. 22 wins, leading all of Major League Baseball. Bill Hands has won his 19th the other day. Claude has 18. Gaylord with 18. If you look at Atlanta, they have Negro with 17 and Reed with 17. Both have a chance to win 20. And if you notice that the Pirates don't have anybody except Doc Ellis, who has 16, he could win 20. But I want to tell you something about the Pirates. They have a lot of pitchers who are obviously winning games. And it kind of reminds me of the '86 Mets, where they had like literally six strong relievers. Okay? In the American League, Reginald Hot Dog Jackson leads all of Major League Baseball with 45 home runs. Now, he's on a clip where he can hit over 50, no doubt about it. He's just got a hit. He hit 47 in real world, so he's a bit ahead of his clip. Howard, who I think had 49 or 48, has hit 42. Killebrew 37. He had 49. Okay, Boswell has won 19 for Minnesota. Look at Minnesota. Boswell 19. Jim Perry 16. Jim Cott 17. So there's a possible 3 game winners. Now for the Orioles, they have McNally and Cuellar both with 18. And Palmer with 15. And Palmer was hurt for a good part of the spring, like in June and July, or July and August or something. June and July or something. He has a chance for 20. McLean has 16. And Oakland, who is a very good team this year, 15 for Odom, and Hunter has 13. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of good pitching there. And we'll see what happens in this replay. But right now, what I'm looking at, just to summarize, is I'm looking for the Pirates to probably win this. You could look at this as a 8-game handicap, if you will, roughly, But I'm game for any of these teams, the returning NL champs, St. Louis Cards or the Cubs, to come back and make a race of it. In the West, I got to tell you something. Something about me, I like the Giants, meaning I want them. I don't think they're going to win, because I think either of them can win. It was a very close race in real world, and this division is shaping up to be probably the most accurate, whether Atlanta wins or the Giants win. But I'd love to see the Pirates and the Giants in a championship series. And it's a best of 5. Whoa, that was a blocked pass. My Lord. By this guy, his last name is Gay, G-A-Y. He just blocked a pass thrown by Herbert. The Padres. Now, I used to play football. I gotta tell you, I'd like to get the 72 season, if they have it, and play it again. I'm sure I could learn. I'm sure I could learn how to play it like I did play. And I used to love advanced. I guess super advanced would be really hard, but I'd like to get the 72 and I would do I guess I would end up doing if they have it, let me check. Basketball, I got the game when it came out. I really didn't think much of it. You know, I don't know. It's just me. Football board games by season. Let's take a peek at this. I thought it was as good or close to baseball, really. Well, they do have 72. Holy shit. Because I remember that season. 73 was the year of the runner, but 72 was the perfect season for Miami, and they beat Washington in the Super Bowl. Washington was favored in that game by like 4 points, something like that. Pittsburgh, they only played 14 games. Remember that? My Lord, Simpson. Wow, Zonka was great. You know, I am thinking very seriously because I remember a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? I remember Archie Manning. You know, now, well, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I enjoyed tonight's ball game very much. I hope you did. I'm here in Studio B, as you might surmise already. And we just concluded playing a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball dated August 26 of 69. It's from Yankee Stadium. It's the Yankees 2, the White Sox nothing. Peterson with the 4-hit shutout. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Stay strong, stay well. I'll catch you next time.